we have been talking about quite a number of things. We've talked about data analysis and reporting. We've also been able to talk about using ChatGPT specifically we've used ChatGPT for Facebook page management. And today happens to be the final session, and we will be talking about copywriting. Is there anyone who is over here and you've done copywriting before? If you've done copywriting before, can give us a thumbs up. If you have done like copywriting. Anyone? No one has ever done copywriting? Generally, I think, how many people have written social media captions for posts? Like, for example, you've been told to create a Facebook post and you've been tasked with writing captions. How many people have been tasked with that? Like, you've been told to prepare, you write captions for Facebook posts, or even in general, you've been told to compose an email that is supposed to probably lead to sales. Okay? So, that is what we're going to be talking about today. And we're going to be talking about how to write persuasive content that inspires people to take action, whether that action is by clicking, buying, signing up, or engaging with your brand. Think about this. You are a financial coach. Okay? You've been told to prepare, you probably want to prepare a course. And the course itself, you want to have a landing page. So in the landing page is where people will come and actually see information about your particular course. And ideally, you have to make it so enticing that someone can then decide to perform any of the following actions. Number one, they click, they buy, they sign up, or they engage with your brand. We're going to be talking about how to use AI to craft copy that speaks directly to emotions, solves real problems, and guides your audience toward making clear decisions. Okay? Now, before someone buys anything from you, before someone wakes up in the morning and buys anything from you, you need to remember that they need a reason as to why they're supposed to be buying. Okay? And the only way you can actually be able to achieve that is through copywriting. So, let's talk about that today. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, who wants to give it a try and maybe define what copywriting is? Anyone? Anyone who'd like to give it a try? Can raise your hand. Yeah? Anyone who would like to give it a try? Like what copywriting is? Even if you want to read an explanation from ChatGPT. Okay, we don't seem to have anyone. But it's okay. So what is copywriting? Copywriting, ladies and gentlemen, is the art and the science of using words to influence behavior. Words to influence what? Behavior. The same way, like for example, let me talk about this. I'm going to be using a very simple example over here. Let me just use an example. I'll go to ChatGPT. I'm going to open chat.openai.com. I'm going to open ChatGPT over here. If you wanted to write a love song, I think the fastest way for you to do that is to use ChatGPT. You probably want to tap into the emotions of someone. So I'm using the paid version. Let me change the model over here. And I'll say something like, write a very persuasive message that I can send to a client to make them get my web design services, yeah, where I will be able to build a website that enables the client, all right, to see the leads in the website. Okay, that's one of the things we will probably do. The leads in the website, and also make inquiries. Probably it could be very hard for you to write like an entire message to send to a client and tell them what you want to do for them. So just hit enter, and I want you to see the message that is generated for you. Hi, I've had a look at your business, and I genuinely believe a modern lead-driven website could change how you attract and convert customers. Here's what I can actually build for you. A clean, fast, mobile optimized website designed to impress and convert. Built-in lead tracking. You'll see every inquiry that comes through the site. smart contact forms that and chat options so potential clients can easily reach you, real-time analytics so that you know exactly what's working. Okay, so you can be able to, like, for example, if you're having issues with getting leads from clients, you can get to take advantage of this, right? It's one of the things that you can actually get to enact when it comes to you doing something like copywriting. It's a very helpful thing that you can do generally, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of those abilities that comes with the use of AI tools such as ChatGPT. So let's go back to our definition of copywriting. It is not about sounding fancy or poetic. So when someone mentions the word copywriting, it's not about sounding fancy, or you want to speak, or you want to spit lines like Calligraph Jones. It is about guiding the reader toward a specific action. Specific action, we want you to buy our web design services. So our writing needs to convince you to seek our web design services. So what do? We do copywriting. It's the science and the art of using words to influence behavior. How many people have seen ads by Optica? If you can't see us, come see us. How many people have seen that? Yeah? That's copywriting in play. If you have seen that, if you can't see us, come see us. Yeah? How many people have seen those billboards by Optica? Can you give us a thumbs up if you've seen maybe one of those billboards? Yeah? Where they say, if you can't see us, come see us. It's a very common phenomenon. Now, some of the things that you need to understand about copywriting is this. This is writing that motivates people to act. When you talk about copywriting, it is meant to make you make an action or perform an action. Okay? It is basically controlled messaging with a clear purpose. And ideally, when it comes to copywriting, you want to sell, persuade, educate, or convert. 4 things. Sell, persuade, educate, or convert. You want to sell something. You want to persuade someone to buy something. You want to educate someone. You want to convert. Convert is basically probably you want to, you've been having maybe a product that you want to sell. And at this point, you've been writing maybe social media posts to convert those readers into people who can actually buy the products. They can become prospects or even customers. They can become leads. At the end of the day, copywriting is focused on results, ladies and gentlemen, not beauty. Most of the time, you're not writing so that you can actually get to look, maybe to make, probably, like, for example, if you're doing website copywriting, you're not just writing content in the website so that it looks beautiful. No, you want results. And you see, every single statement, sentence, or word has a job. It is meant to trigger emotion, logic, or urgency. Okay? How many people have seen ads? Final chance. You're not too late to join. Yeah? Offer expires in 24 hours. Most of the time, they're meant to, those statements and words are meant to trigger emotion. Okay? They're built around the reader, not the writer. When it comes to copywriting, for example, when I write text, I'm not writing to probably please myself. I'm writing so that I can actually influence an action by a reader. Probably I'm writing something like a social media post to make you make a certain decision. Like, for example, I'm writing a post so that in one way or the other, you can decide to buy one of my products. So what's the importance of copywriting? Copywriting, ladies and gentlemen, directly affects whether someone scrolls past or stops, reads, and takes action. Okay? Copywriting is pretty important, ladies and gentlemen. Someone might be reading through from start to end. But when they read all this, okay, what action will they take? What decision will they finally decide to take? Okay? And that is where copywriting actually comes in. The role of copywriting is to help you to take action. Okay? So if your statements are not good, someone is going to be like, okay, let me not have an interest in all what this guy is actually saying. So copywriting is pretty important. It helps you in taking action. Okay? So good copy, basically, when you have good copy, it increases sales without probably increasing ads. So let me explain this. If you're able to write so well, you can actually convince someone to have to buy. This means that you will not have to spend money on advertisement. You will not have to spend money on Google ads, on Meta ads, on TikTok ads, or even any other platform ads. When you write bad copy or bad statements, this kills even the best product. Like, for example, if you used common words like, this is the best TV in town, right? Someone is just going to look at it and be like, why is it the best TV? You mean this is the only best TV in town? Okay? So bad copywriting, number one, triggers someone again to be like, no, I'm not interested in your product. Words shape perception and trust, right? Who knows the slogan by Nike? Nike. It's what? Can unmute your microphone if you know it.
Just do it.
Just do it, right? And Coca-Cola?
Taste the feeling.
Taste the feeling. And which other brand? Is it iPhone or is it Apple? What's the Apple slogan? Who can guess the Apple slogan? Those guys who have iPhones, probably you need to know. Oh, it's think different, right? They're not there saying the best product in town, the best iPhone. No. You can see something like that. How about Red Bull? I think you've seen it on TV. Red Bull does what?
It gives you wings.
That's a copy. Yeah, like it gives you wings to an extent that people think it can actually give you wings. So the Red Bull slogan is actually Red Bull gives you wings. That's the slogan itself. So automatically those are words like, by the way, why are they telling me it can give me wings? So a strong copy builds authority instantly. Okay? It makes attention convert to revenue. It guides decision making. Okay? It separates amateurs from professionals. Okay? So if you have a business today and you're thinking about copywriting, don't just go and say the best graphic designer in town. Look for something a little bit different. Okay? People don't buy because you exist. They buy because your words convince them. That is why you find pastors like Kanyari, they're still in business. Pastors like Nganga, they're still in business. Why? Because they know how to use persuasive words. They know how to tap into your emotions. Okay? Normally, human beings, we are not very logical because logic would tell you immediately that you should not go to a church like Kanyari's church. But every Sunday he has congregants. How? Because he's able to actually use words to convince them to come back to church. I'm just giving you an example. You can have the worst product, but the best statements, and someone is going to be taking your product because of how you marketed it. Right? If you think about products like Coca-Cola, let me ask you something, ladies and gentlemen. Today, if you saw how Coca-Cola is made, tomorrow you're not going to be drinking it. Right? But the messaging behind it, even Red Bull itself, if you saw how it's actually made and the chemicals and the process involved, you will not have any interest in buying that particular product. But how they use persuasive text and words gets into your emotions to an extent that you want a piece of it. Okay? And that is the role of that is basically copywriting in play. So, how do we get to use artificial intelligence in copywriting? You see, ChatGPT is not meant to replace your voice. It is going to strengthen it, sharpen it, and make it more strategic. Instead of saying, I'm the best web designer in Nairobi, how can you actually get to write persuasive text for that? Like, let me show you something over here. I'm going to show you something, ladies and gentlemen. I click on chat over here. I say, you can input a prompt like this. I have seen the slogans of top brands globally. List some of their slogans. Alright? Then we hit enter. So let's see what we are actually able to generate. So Apple, think different, all this, Mercedes-Benz. I never knew that the Mercedes-Benz slogan is the best or nothing. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Audi, advancement through technology. Toyota, let's go places. Volkswagen, das Auto. Built Ford, tough. Okay. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Pepsi, for the love of licking. KFC, for the love of it. KFC, finger licking good. McDonald's, you can see. Safaricom, tuwaweza. Vodafone, power to you. Airtel, smartphone network. Okay? No, Google has no official slogan, but don't be evil is historic. Okay? American Express, which is like an ATM, it's a payment processor. Don't leave home without it. You can see. What if we said, generate a slogan for my web design business called Africa Web Experts. Okay? Something good, similar to global brands. Let's see what you're able to get. I want you to see generally how you can be able to get it. High-end, modern, global styles. Built to convert, designed to lead. Websites that win. Crafting digital standards. Engineering Africa's digital future. Design that drives business. Where strategy meets design. Web design, done right. Sounds very nice. Yeah. Design that delivers. Built for growth. Create, convert, scale. This is amazing. Performance by design. Smart, fast, beautiful. Excellence by design. Designed for the exceptional. Digital craftsmanship. Beyond the website. Perfecting the online business. Well, you can see. Perhaps for me, like for example, I can say, I want to get something that is more conversion focused. So that people can, it's like they're getting money from these websites. Websites that turn clicks into clients. Designed to convert, built to grow. Where design meets revenue. Your website, your sales machine. Well, this could really sound nice. Okay? Building websites that sell for you. Smart design, real conversions. From visitors to buyers instantly. Growth starts with a better website. Turn traffic into transactions. Websites engineered for conversions. Well, this is very good. Conversion by design. Built to sell. This one I like. Yeah? Conversions start here. Designed for results. Clicks, clients. Well, this could actually really resonate with people who are actually, for example, someone who is looking for a website. So you see, that's copywriting. Words that make you take a certain action. Okay? So let me proceed, ladies and gentlemen. So you can use ChatGPT or an AI tool to structure your message clearly. From the start, that is the introduction, all the way to the end. You can be able to generate ideas in seconds when you're stuck. Like you see, you've been able to generate slogans very fast. For example, if you have weak copy or words that are not selling, you can turn them into high impact messaging. Okay? It improves clarity so your message is easy to understand. It sharpens your tone to match your audience. Friendly, bold, professional. Okay? When it comes to using AI again, you're able to optimize for conversion by focusing on benefits. Okay? Not this jargon that people normally have. It helps you test multiple angles very fast. So what this means is, because people like reading, like for example, let's say I want to have classes on digital marketing. Let's try that out very fast, ladies and gentlemen. Today's session is not going to be very long, knowing that it is our weekend. So I'm going to open a new chat over here, and I'll say, I am having digital marketing classes starting this 15th of December 2025. Introducing digital marketing for beginners in Kenya. The goal, all right, the goal is to, okay, let's just leave it at that. So what we'll say, write a very good conversion optimized landing page copy. An example of a landing page would be something like this. When I'm having AI classes, I normally like to create landing pages. A landing page, you see, this is an example of a landing page, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so write a very good conversion optimized landing page. Write a very good copy that is conversion optimized for a landing page. Okay, for the same, targeting Kenyans and Africans. Let's just say that. Then you hit enter. Let's see what you're able to generate. Digital marketing for beginners starts the 15th of December 2025. So already you know it's starting on the 15th of December 2025. Learn digital marketing the practical way. Built for Kenyans and Africans who want real skills that pay. If you've been trying to understand digital marketing, running ads, creating content, or growing a business online, and it feels confusing, this class is for you. Already, we are now communicating. Digital marketing is no longer nice to have. It is the engine behind every business, side hustle, create a brand, and online career today. This 5-day hands-on class shows you exactly how digital marketing works, from the basics to the practical skills you can start using immediately. These are some common words with ChatGPT. Just strategy plus tools plus a real application. So what you will learn step by steps: the foundations of digital marketing, social media marketing, meta ads, Google marketing, digital marketing tools you'll use daily. You can see, who is this class for? Yeah, this class is built for beginners or people starting from zero. Perfect if you're a small business owner, freelancer, all this. It's generated a very good copy. In fact, I can click over here, click on more, and I can click on Canvas and say, build this as a landing page. Let's see whether we can be able to build this very fast on as code, basically. So you can see. So normally, when it comes to using AI tools, don't be very worried about struggling with so many things. Like you see, we've generated a copy over here. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think this could actually convince someone to join a class? Right? Because normally, it would have taken you a very long period of time to write this down. True or false? Right? It would have taken you a long time to actually create all this content. But now, with using an AI tool like ChatGPT, you're able to get to achieve that very fast. Let's see what we've been able to build. This is a very simple landing page. Digital marketing for beginners. Register now. Okay? Okay, we can now say, make the page a little modern. Then we hit enter. So, now ChatGPT is going to start now trying to modernize the whole thing. But now you can see, this one was just by the way. I was just trying to show you that you can also build landing pages. Like if you've never coded before, ChatGPT can actually do that for you. So let me proceed. What are some of the types of copy that you can write with ChatGPT? Number one, social media posts and captions. Okay? Sometimes you've created a video, you don't know what to write in the description of the video. You can use ChatGPT for that. You can use it to write very good social media copy. You can also use it for ads for Facebook and Instagram and Google. How many people know how to do meta ads? How many people have heard of meta ads before? Right? If for example you wanted to advertise on Facebook and Instagram, you will run meta ads. Okay? If you sell something in Kenya today and you really want to just get to generate sales very fast, you can get to use meta ads. You can also use AI again for website copy and landing pages. The same thing that we've just done a few minutes ago. Let me just go back and show what we've been able to do. So this is a very simple landing page that we've been able to build. Okay? In fact, now let me show you something a little bit interesting. There's another AI tool called Lovable. This one is amazing. So I'm just going to show you something over here. I'm just going to I'll come and copy all this content. This one is just to show you. Just to show you. I copy this content. I come to Lovable. Mostly this one you'll have to pay for. You'll say, create a landing page for this. And in fact, the good thing about Lovable, I can attach images and tell it, use these images. For example, I don't even have pictures of myself over here, but let me see. Let me see if I can get like a few images I can get to use. Let me use these 4 images. Use the attached images. Yeah. So we just wanted to generate a very simple landing page for us. Then we hit enter. So we'll leave it to finish up preparing that particular landing page. But let's continue with what we were talking about. We'll still get back to that. I want to show you the importance of using artificial intelligence to be very fast in what you do. Okay? Rather than struggle over long periods of time to generate copy, create landing pages, you can use ChatGPT. Product descriptions. How many people sell products online? Like you sell products online. For example, you have smartwatches you've imported from China. You want to call them Kenodia watches. You can use ChatGPT for that. Email marketing sequences. Okay, mostly in Kenya, we don't like to read emails, but there's something called email marketing. How many people have heard of something like MailChimp? Or if in your email, every weekend, every day, you're receiving emails. Did you see this? That is email marketing. Okay? So email marketing sequences would be something like this. On Monday, you will read this post. After 2 days, this one is going to be sent. After another 3 days, this one is going to be sent. So you can use ChatGPT or any AI tool to build email marketing sequences. You can also be able to build sales messages and DMs. For example, you want to invite people to a crusade, or you want to invite people to come and be part of your wedding ceremony. You don't have to sit down and write and say, okay, they'll be. No. You can easily get to use AI tools for that. You can also get to use it for brand bios and about pages. If your Instagram bio doesn't have very good information, you can easily go to ChatGPT. I'm going to go to ChatGPT and show you how to do that. For example, I can say, create an Instagram bio, create Instagram, or for those guys who like to use shortcuts, IG bio, create an IG bio for me. Yeah, I am a business owner in Kenya selling luxury watches from top brands. Let's see what it's actually able to create. Okay, luxury watches Kenya, Rolex, AP, Patek, Omega, authentic, verified, delivered. Nairobi, worldwide shipping, DM to order. It's a very good bio. You can even say TikTok. You want a TikTok bio. Okay, Kenya's luxury watch plug, Rolex, AP, Patek, authentic only, DM to shop. You can see this is an Instagram bio. It's very helpful. Whatever I said, an IG bio or a Facebook bio for a financial coach in Kenya. Let's see what you're able to generate. I want you to see. Financial coach, Kenya, helping Kenyans build wealth, manage money, and break debt cycles. Budgeting, savings, investing, side hustles. DM to start your financial transformation. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see what we've been able to create using Lovable. Look at that. A very simple landing page that you can even publish right now. I can click on publish right now and I can share the link to that particular bio. So this is the link to it. If I click on this link, it's going to take me directly to that particular page. So let me just click this. I'm going to copy this link and I'll even share it with you so that you can even give it a try. So if you've never heard of Lovable before, now you're getting to see how you can get to make your things easier. Look at that. A very simple landing page. Look at that. Do you think it's communicating? Ladies and gentlemen, you can unmute your microphone and say a yes or a no. See?
Yes, it is.
It is communicating, right?
Yes, it is.
It's even created
So
a
nice.
what? A pricing page. Try and click on it and view it on your phone. In fact, if the good thing about using such tools is you can come and tell it, add a timer and, okay, subscription is like maybe $25 minimum, but it can go, if you're doing massive projects, it can get to around $100 to $200 a month. Yeah. Add a timer. For example, we can say add a timer and change the font to change the font to what? Times New Roman. If you like to use Times New Roman. In fact, this is what I've been able to build with Lovable. I want to show you something. So, if you wanted to build a landing page very fast, this is how you can actually get to build that with Lovable. Okay? It can even create a dashboard for you that enables you to see the leads, probably like for your own business. You can see something very good looking. Probably takes you like less than 1 hour to build entirely. You can even click, like for example, you can see it's already building something for you that communicates effectively. And if you click on enroll now, you can even be able to reserve your slot. You can input your details over here. And when you log in and go to the admin, I can be able to see information about what you have submitted. Yeah, you can be able to even create a dashboard with it. It's a very good tool. You can see, very, very good tool. So you can also learn how to use it. Yeah, you can be able to see all leads over here, paid students. So lovable. That was just a by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So something to think about. Yeah, we were not supposed to teach you that, but I was just showing you. So you can also be able to do video scripts and hooks. How many people create YouTube videos? For example, you wake up in the morning and you don't know what to. You've been thinking about content ideas. You've been thinking about them for so long. You can get to use tools like ChatGPT for the same. They're very good tools, honestly. They make, let me say, using tools like ChatGPT, it becomes easier for you to actually focus on the things that add value probably to your business. Yeah, copywriting is not something that should take you a long time. In the past, when we used to hire, when I used to do websites, I used to really struggle with copywriting because I have to wait for the guy who is doing copywriting to spend like 3-5 days researching on content ideas before we actually start working on a project. And by the time he's done, I think the client, most of the time the client would already have left because it has taken so much time. So when it comes to the use of AI, you no longer stare at a blank screen. You start with structure, direction, and speed. Okay? Most of the time it's about speed and efficiency. So before we get into the practical side, I want to talk about elements of copy that converts. Okay? People don't buy because you wrote amazing product, the best product. No. They buy because your words made them feel and decide. Most of the time we buy from feelings. True or false? This is true. Most of the time you'll buy because of feeling. If you got if right now, I'm going to show you something. Like if I got, or let me use feeling, let me not use words. If I put you inside for example, I just take a Toyota Fielder. Let me take a Toyota Fielder and I take a Mercedes-Benz C200. Which one do you choose? Based on feeling, how you'll feel. Fielder?
Benz.
Mercedes-Benz.
Mercedes.
Why Mercedes? Why Mercedes?
The perception people have.
When you let me ask you something. When you're driving a Mercedes-Benz, how do you feel? Do you think you'll feel confident on the road? Because I find it like, for example, someone who drives a Fielder is very reckless. They drive very fast. But when you're driving a Mercedes-Benz, there's a feeling you have. How many people drive Mercedes-Benz? But if you own a Pro Box, it's still okay. Some of us own Pro Box, so it's not a problem. But it's about the feeling. Sometimes it's that feeling you have. So, when it comes to selling something, you don't sell because you've written the best product in Kiambu, the best plumber. No, it is your words. So how do you actually get to use ChatGPT for copywriting? Let's try and answer that question, ladies and gentlemen. How do you get to use tools like ChatGPT for general copywriting? Okay, we want to try and answer that question on how you can actually be able to use ChatGPT. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing that you need to do is to define your goal. You want to define your goal. What do you want the reader to do? The person who is reading your post, what do you want them to do? Okay? What is it that you specifically want them to do? Do you want them to buy, sign up, or for example, click or reply? What do you want them to do? Those are some of the questions that you need to be asking yourself. What do you want the person who is reading your copy? What is it that you want them to do? Because sometimes Someone is just going to read your copy, then what's next? When it comes to your workflow, the next step is to describe your audience. When I was writing the copy for the digital marketing masterclass, I was saying, my audience is who? We said my audience is Kenyan and African. Or even you can say African and Kenyan. So who are they? What is it that they struggle with? And what do they want? Remember, if you're selling anything, whether it's a service, whether it's a product, most of the time you're trying to sell a solution to a problem. So what is it that people are struggling with? Number 3 is to give ChatGPT clear instructions. Tone, style, platform, and length. Clear instructions. When it comes to using any AI tool, the results you get, as we said earlier, will be based on the quality of the prompt that you use. If you just write something like write me content for a website on construction, yes, you will get the content. But the deeper you go when it comes to adding more context, the better the results that you get. So, number 4 is to generate the first draft. This one, at this point, you let AI produce the base copy, and then at that point you can start refining and optimizing, and you can probably even add some human touch. Remember, when you're using tools like ChatGPT, you just don't use everything that is given to you. Most of the time, these AI tools will give you some results that don't make sense. Okay? It is up to you as a human being to refine that. And that is where so many people get disappointed. Because when you're using an AI tool, you realize that the results are, the copies, maybe the content that you've gotten is not very good. Yeah? So, you need to add some human touch. Emotion, context, local language, personality. Those are very, very important. Context. You will not get proper results when you're using any AI tool if you just copy what is given to you. Do you know how easy it is to detect someone who's gotten content from ChatGPT? Who can guess like some of the fastest ways to know how someone has written something on ChatGPT? Who can just give it a guess?
It has a lot of dashes.
A lot of dashes. Number 2, emojis.
A lot of emojis.
A lot of like 500,000 emojis. And which is one word that you can see on any text and be like, this one is ChatGPT.
Honesty.
Honestly, another one. There's one that is used everywhere. How many people have seen text and you've seen unlock? How many people have seen unlock your profession? When you see the word unlock, and then you see like a million emojis that are following, most of the time someone has generated that using ChatGPT. So if you're generating any text, always try and make sure that the results you're getting, at least you refine them. Don't just copy and paste. So, AI is going to help you write fast. You make it real. So, I'm just going to proceed very fast because I want us to talk about the various things that you can actually get to when it comes to copywriting. What are some of the things that you can do? The first thing I'll do is add copy. Okay? I'll come back to my ChatGPT over here, and then I click on the plus sign on this tab where I add a new chat. When we are writing content, basically, when we want to write content on ChatGPT, the first thing that we will want to try and do is to make sure that we have context. Now, what is context in line to what we are talking about right now? Context is like saying, for example, we want to create an ad copy. We say, I want you to help me in writing ad copy. Okay? For example, we want to run an ad on Meta. Okay? How many people know Meta? Meta is Facebook and Instagram. You can see the platform is Meta. Just like that. You see? So what exactly are we selling? We'll say a digital marketing, or let me say a digital marketing masterclass. And who are we targeting? Kenyans. Okay? Maybe aged between 21 to 45, looking to learn digital marketing probably quit their jobs or sharpen their marketing skills. Okay? Pain points. Some of the pain points. What are some of the problems? Expensive courses. Yeah? Lack of proper coaching, among others. And then we hit enter. I want you to see the copy that is written for you. Primary text. Digital marketing that actually makes sense. Most courses in Kenya are expensive, confusing, and full of theory. This masterclass is different. I'll teach you real digital marketing you can use to grow a business, get clients, or even quit your 9 to 5. Learn ads, content, SEO, and strategy step by step. Join the December intake. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think you would buy when you see such text? Do you think you would buy? Of course. Mostly you would buy. Sample number 2. You don't need another degree, you need a skill. If you're tired of jobs that don't pay or a career that feels stuck, digital marketing can open real doors. Freelance income, business growth, and international clients. This masterclass is built for beginners, affordable, practical, and straight to the point. Enroll now. You can see. Ad copy number 3. Stop guessing. Learn digital marketing the right way. You've tried YouTube, you've watched TikTok tutorials, but you still didn't know how to set up real campaigns or get real results. This masterclass fixes that. Simple lessons, practical demos, real Kenyan examples. Join today. Okay? That is an example of another ad copy. Example number 4. Want a skill you can use to make money in 2026? Digital marketing is one of the most in-demand skills in Kenya. Whether you want clients, a job, or to boost your business, this class gives you the foundation you need. Learn Meta Ads, Google Ads, SEO, content, and automation in one place. Register now. You can see. Digital marketing doesn't need to be complicated. Most courses overcharge you. Many trainers confuse you. This masterclass gives you clarity, how everything works, how money is made, and how you can apply it immediately. Perfect for beginners and career switchers. Secure your spot. Ladies and gentlemen, are you getting how you can get to use AI, right? Because you can easily get to tap into someone's emotion when you do something like that. Headlines. Learn digital marketing in Kenya the right way. Master digital marketing before 2026. Beginner-friendly marketing class. Build a money-making skill. Build digital marketing made simple. Call to action. Sign up now, register for the masterclass, secure your spot. And you see, it's even generated more content for you. So what if we moved on to the next thing? Social media captions. What if we said, by the way, we might schedule a number of posts. We say, we want to generate social media captions for the masterclass. The social media captions, okay, need to educate and prepare someone to buy. Make them less salesy. But when we say make them salesy or make less salesy is, you don't want people to realize that they are being sold to. Okay? So I want you to see. We want to get some social media captions. Caption 1. Why digital marketing matters in 2026? Digital marketing isn't about running ads. It is about understanding people. It is knowing how to get the right message in front of the right audience at the right time. Most Kenyan businesses are still guessing. That is why creators, freelancers, and business owners who actually understand marketing end up winning. If you're planning to level up in 2026, marketing is one of the smartest skills that you can actually get to learn. You can see. Yeah? Number 2, the problem with most online courses. A lot of beginners fail not because they are not smart, but because the learning is designed to confuse them. Already no one is actually, and they don't know that they're being prepared to buy. Too much jargon, too many theories, no real examples. Practical difference is what makes the difference. Seeing how campaigns are created, why they work, and how to copy the system. When you learn this way, everything finally clicks. right? So now you can imagine you've attached a poster of these particular classes and you've added such captions. Well, automatically someone is going to be interested in learning, in actually clicking and seeing what you have to offer. Caption number 3. Digital marketing is not a hard skill. People think marketing requires coding or big budgets. Truth is, it is patterns. Once you understand how platforms think, you can build content, ads, funnels, and strategies confidently. And that's when you start seeing results. More clients, more customers, more confidence in your work. Mastery starts with clarity, not complexity. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see how easy it is for you to even write social media captions with ChatGPT. How many people think they can actually do something like that? How many people think they can do something like that? Yeah, these are things that you can do. Even if you go back to your Lovable now, you can see the font was changed already. They've even added a timer. It's even added a timer. Yeah? Very good stuff. So now, the next thing that you can even generate is a website copy. I'm going to use a different example over here. I'm going to open a new chart and I'm going to say, I want to generate website copy for a homepage of a website for a business called Gabu Logistics. Okay? And we hit enter. You can see. So already ChatGPT is going to generate something like this. So for now, I'll say stop. I don't want to generate like that. I'll say, I want a copy that shares a story of how the business started, how the services are structured, the fleet, the first canter that we bought called Wanjira. We can use Wanjira. Let's see what we're able to generate. I want a copy that shares a story of how the business started, how the services are structured, the first canter that we bought called Wanjira. I want you to see what you can be able to generate with that. Gabu Logistics, delivering with heart, hustle, and discipline since day one. Most logistics companies start with big fleets and big promises. Ours started with one dream, one canter, and a lot of courage. Our story, how Gabu Logistics began. Gabu Logistics wasn't born in a boardroom. It was born on the road. In the early days, all we had was a single canter truck we called Wanjira. No fleet, no fancy systems, just a commitment to show up, deliver on time, and earn trust one client at a time. Wanjira did everything. She carried hardware supplies across counties, helped SMEs restock their shops at dawn, moved produce from rural areas and delivered goods through long nights when clients were counting on us. That truck taught us discipline, reliability, and professionalism we're known for today. As demand grew, so did we. From one truck to a structured logistics operation serving businesses across Kenya, but we never forget where we started. We never forgot where we started. Every delivery we make still carries the same spirit Wanjira taught us. Care for the cargo, respect the client, deliver it like it's yours. When you read content like that in a website, do you think you would hire Gabu Logistics? Do you think you would hire Gabu Logistics when you see such text? Of course you will.
Yes.
Of course you will. What we stand for: reliability, professionalism, transparency, and heart. We believe that logistics isn't about moving goods. It is about supporting the businesses behind them. That is why we built a service model that keeps things clear, fast, and dependable. Our services, structured to support growing Kenyan businesses. Number 1 is local deliveries, Nairobi and Kiambu. Fast, efficient, and handled by trained riders and drivers who understand timelines. You can see why businesses trust us. Because we deliver like owners, not just like drivers. Not just drivers. You see? Because we deliver like owners, not just drivers. I mean, this could really be very nice. Real-time communication. You always know where your goods are. Professional drivers and handlers. Trained, disciplined, and accountable. Timely deliveries. No excuses, no guesswork. Fair, transparent pricing. no hidden fees, no surprises. A human approach. We treat your goods the way we treat Wanjera, with respect. You can see, meet Wanjera. Now we've added probably the photo of our canter. For those guys who don't know what a canter is, let me get you an image of a canter. A canter lorry. Let me search for that. How many people have seen these two lorries? Canter. Yeah, this could be Wanjera now. Now, probably in creating your website, you can use this Wanjera. So over here, the canter that built the company. Wanjera is more than a truck. She is a heartbeat of our story. She's the reminder that you don't need a big fleet to start. You need consistency. Today, Gabu Logistics runs multiple vehicles, but every new truck we add carries Wanjera's name and spirit forward. Because she was the first, the one that taught us everything, the one that proved this business was possible. Then you have a call to action down there. Let's move your business forward. Whether you're a retailer, a wholesaler, e-commerce brand, or distributor, we are ready to deliver for you. Request a delivery, talk to us on WhatsApp. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think you could actually get sales with such a copy in your website? You can imagine. Do you think you can? Yeah. So those are things that you can actually be able to do with ChatGPT. Now, next thing we can be able to create with ChatGPT is email messages, professional emails. Okay? Like for example, let's say we want to write an email, a professional email. To who? Who would you like for us to write an email to? Anyone?
A company,
Which company, George?
security company.
Okay, which security company?
G4S.
G4S, tuambie nini? Tuambie unafanya training ya dogi.
Hapana.
Ndio?
What?
Sawa, let's go with George. So, I want to write a professional email to G4S. For who? For George Muregi. He is a professional dog trainer training dogs in Nairobi, Kenya. The email is to introduce himself as a professional trainer. The email is being sent to the managing director, perhaps. Okay? So let's see what you're able to generate. We can even make the email humorous to read and professional at the same time. Sometimes you don't just write, play around, try it around sometimes. Let's see what you're able to generate. Subject: Professional Dog Training Services, Introduction by George Muregi. Dear Managing Director, I hope this message finds you well and hopefully not being chased by any overly enthusiastic German Shepherds this week. That is already interesting to read. My name is George Muregi, a professional dog trainer based in Nairobi, specializing in obedience training, security dog handling, behavior correction, and working dog performance. Over the years, I've worked with hundreds of dogs and their equally unique owners to build disciplined, reliable, and highly responsive canine partners. I'm reaching out to introduce myself and explore potential areas where my expertise may support G4S in strengthening your canine unit operations, whether through training, retraining, behavior improvement, handler coaching, or specialized programs for security dogs. A few things that define my approach: discipline plus practicality. I focus on real-world scenarios that match the environments your dogs work in. Handler-centric methods. A well-trained dog requires an equally empowered handler, and I actually prioritize both. Consistency and results. My training model is built on measurable progress, not guesswork. A bit of humor. Dogs respond better when the trainer is calm and confident, and when he occasionally negotiates with them like they pay rent. I would appreciate the opportunity to meet and discuss how my services can add value to your canine operations at G4S. I'm happy to provide demonstrations, references, and a breakdown of training programs tailored specifically for security environments. Thank you for your time. I look forward to the possibility of collaborating with your team. Warm regards, George Moregi, professional dog trainer, Nairobi. George, do you think you can get a job with us with that? Of course you would. Sindio? So you want to use tools like ChatGPT to craft professional emails. So for example, if they don't respond, you can send another follow-up email. You can say, generate a follow-up email and even add some jokes, perhaps. Now, this one is just a by the way. This one is just a by the way. To crack the MD, managing director. Let's see. He's a polished, witty, respectfully funny. Dear Managing Director, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to follow up on the email I shared earlier regarding professional dog training services. I'm checking in just in case my message got buried under some urgent matters, or maybe one of your canine officers politely escorted it to the spam folder. They are very protective like that. As I mentioned, I'm keen to explore how my training expertise can support G4S, especially in strengthening discipline, responsiveness, and handler coordination within your canine units. I'm confident we can build a collaboration that delivers real operational value and maybe even produce the best behaved dogs in the country. If it helps, I'm available for a short meeting, a demonstration session, or even a quick walkthrough of your canine unit. And just to reassure you, I promise none of your dogs will need to sit through a long PowerPoint presentation. Thank you again for your time, and I'd appreciate any guidance on the best way to move this conversation forward. Warm regards, George Moregi, professional dog trainer. Okay? You can even now generate a LinkedIn message. For example, you want to create, you've probably seen them on LinkedIn. You can even generate a LinkedIn message again and send it to them. Okay? But remember, always remember to edit it out. Like, you don't have to send it as it is. Sit down, do a few changes. You can do that. So something else to think about. Sales messages. Okay? What if we wanted to generate sales messages? What is a sales message? For example, I'll go back to my chart and I want to go to the digital marketing class. Okay? Where was it? Or let's go to our company over here called Gabu Logistics. Okay? We can say we want to generate a sales message, okay, that we can share for our logistics services. We hit enter. Okay? So let's see. Hi, I hope you're well. My name is Gabu from Gabu Logistics. We help businesses move goods across Nairobi, Kiambu, and all major counties fast, safely, and without excuses. Our story started with a single canter called Wanjera, and from day one, our focus has been simple: deliver like the cargo belongs to us. Today, we support retailers, hardware shops, manufacturers, importers, and e-commerce brands with same-day and next-day deliveries, county-to-county transport, canter pickup, border and van deliveries, scheduled supply runs for SMEs or corporates, special cargo and bulk transport. What clients love about us: timely deliveries, professional drivers and handlers, fair, transparent pricing, real-time communication, reliable, well-maintained trucks, including our original canter, Wanjera. If you need a trusted partner to move your goods consistently, we'd be glad to support your business. Can I share our pricing and availability for your next delivery? What do you think about that message, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think you would sell, hey, Abu send me, I see, by the way. Even if I'm not interested in the services right now, I might soon be interested. So that's how you can get to use ChatGPT for sales messages. Okay? Like, I can even reach out to guys probably asking them, hey, would you like to join maybe this particular masterclass? Would you like? That's something you can get to do with ChatGPT. Now, are we still together, ladies and gentlemen? We just have a few minutes to wind up. I know today is a Friday, so that is how you can generate sales messages. You can even get to generate course and event promotions. Okay? So let's think about something. For example, we have a hike. Okay? We say, I want to generate a very good copy for a hiking event I will be having. Then we hit enter. Let's first start, we structure it like that. Okay? The hike is to, where those guys will go to hiking. Let me say, Mount Longonot. I am targeting, for example, my church members, okay, youth, mostly in Kenya. I probably want to use some sheng, or is it called, or zimbiting? What is this thing called zimbiting? Is what language is that? Ama we are yet to name it. What's the name of that language that is mazimbiting, mazombo tonjo, matanga tonjo, matungo tanja? What's the name of that language?
Shembeteng.
Oh, Shembeteng. Oh, okay. It's Shembeteng. Shembeteng. I probably want to use some sheng or Shembeteng in between the copy. Okay? So let's see what you're able to generate. Okay? Mount Longonot youth hike. Tukutane kwa grounds. Sometime you just need to step out, breathe fresh air, and remind yourself that God didn't create you to stay indoors all weekend. This weekend, tunaenda nje kidogo to Mount Longonot for a day of adventure, fellowship, laughter, and pure vibes. This is not just a hike, it is a rest for the mind, body, and spirit. It's youth fellowship, but outdoors and with drip. Why you love this? Good company, youth who know God and no jokes, fresh, quiet atmosphere far from Nairobi stress, bonding, teamwork, and small challenges along the trail, plenty of good photos for IG and WhatsApp status because why not? A chance to reflect, clear your head, and reconnect with purpose. You'll sweat vizuri. Fitness kidogo hayumi. The experience. Expect warm-up and prayer. Guided hike up the crater. Short breaks, hakuna pressure, tunapanda pole pole. Group photos, videos, and content moments. Fellowship at the top, ile ka moment ya gratitude. A fun descent with jokes, stories, and pure youth energy. Location, Mount Longonot. Date, reporting time, charges. What to carry? Comfortable sneakers, water, very important. Light snacks, cap, durag, sun protection. Small backpack, positive energy na kamoro ya kupanda. Final invitation. If you've been praying for a sign to step out, make new friends, grow spiritually, and refresh your mind, this is it. Tell a friend, tag your small group, bring your church scoot, tunaenda kupanda. Tukipanda pia tuna grow. See you at the mountain. What do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think that would convince you enough to join the hike? Even if you're a millennial, probably you'll join. So no. If you're a millennial, you'll be like, Gen Z. Right? Oh, we can even say, like, for example, if you write this, you can even say, make this a little Gen Z friendly. You know, they're the words that Gen Z use. And you're like, oh, what did you just say? What do you mean by... Okay, I want you to say, Mount Longonot youth hike. Let's touch grass for real. Hey fam, listen. Life has been loud. Nairobi imekuwa too much. So we are stepping out for a clean vibe, fellowship, and a little character development from Mother Nature herself at Mount Longonot. This is not just a hike. This is youth ministry. This is youth ministry meets outside, and honestly, we all need it. Why you should pull up? Now this is Gen Z like. Good vibes plus good people. Nature therapy for free, imagine. IG plus TikTok worthy photos. Serious laughter on the trail. Fitness but in a fun way, hakuna gym trauma. A wholesome reset for your mind, spirit, and peace. Basically, it's giving God's creation plus squad energy plus soft adventure. What the day looks like. Quick warm-up plus short prayer. Guided hike up the crater. Water break before we faint moments. content stopovers because how will they know you hiked? Okay. Chill reflections at the top. Fun descent with story time, jokes, and vibes on vibes. Hakuna pressure. Tunapanda pole pole, but we reach. Okay? What to carries? Sneakers with sense. Okay. They had to say. Water. Minimum 1 liter. Don't play. Snacks for survival, sun protection, a mini backpack, energy, plus good attitude. If you've been waiting for a sign to step outside, breathe fresh air, meet new people, and reconnect with God, this is it. Bring your crew, bring yourself, let's hike, laugh, recharge, and come back brand new. See you on the mountain farm. Right? Do you think that, do you have Gen Zs over here? Do you think you would go for a hike with such like words? You'll be like, yeah, I think I'll check in. I gotta check. Yeah, that's the things you guys say. I gotta check. I gotta be there. Yeah. George anasema imemguza. Yeah. Even millennials would come. They would come and start trying to understand your lingo because most millennials don't understand anything Gen Zs say. I see my mother struggling all the time. She hears my brother saying things and she's like, what did you just say? Yeah. Speak English, I can understand. Your mom, I'm about to check. Yeah. Could you be having some of those mashilingis? And she's like, what do you mean by mashilingi? Like a 50 bob. So, good. So, ladies and gentlemen, emotional triggers in copy. How many people, like, for example, when I was reading that thing for Gen Z, like your Gen Z, the copy, how many people are feeling some type of way emotionally? Like, there's like a thing, you're already like imagining up the mountain, sneakers that make sense. You see, those are emotional triggers. People don't buy because of logic alone. In as much as you try to tell people, we're going to be very hiking, we're going to be hiking a lot, this place is going to be like so good. People don't care about that. They care about how will you make me feel, my guy. Okay? Someone was saying, I was getting ready to hike tomorrow. Yeah? They buy because something moves them. Yeah? So, number 1 is fear of missing out. Words like limited spots, deadlines, only today, offers activate urgency and push action. Number 2 is desire for improvement. People want better results, better income, better confidence, and a better life. Your copy should show the transformation. Okay? Number 3. There's a few things I need to share, but I'll share. Relatability. When people feel seen, they connect. Copy that sounds human converts better than perfect grammar. Okay, relatability. In fact, let's close everything about those slides today. And I want us to focus on one thing as we wind up. I want you to think about this. You own a gym. It is in Nairobi. But let's say we own a gym and it is in, let's say, Westlands, Nairobi. Okay? What do we call the gym? To eat a gym, Aj? Suggest a few names. Eh? What do you think we could call the gym? I'm looking for a name, someone's name. Eh? Fit spot. No, we are looking for a name that Kenyans could understand. We can call the gym Kata Mafuta is the name of the gym. Meaning, cut the fat. Okay? That is the name of the gym. Kata Mafuta is the name of the gym. Okay. So, what if we said, create slogans for the gym. Okay? That resonate with an audience of Gen Z, millennials, we can even say Gen Xers, Gen X. Boomers are a bit hard to impress. Boomers, I don't know. Boomers can find their own. Okay, let me just add boomers. Probably might be having boomers. Create slogans for the gym that resonate with an audience of Gen Z, millennials, Gen X, and boomers. Let's see. We want to see Gen Z, 18 to 27. Burn fat, build vibes. Gym see aesthetic peke. Train for real. Okay, this would be good. No excuses, just gains. Come correct or go home. Where? Sweat now, glow later. The gym your future self will thank you for. Jasho is better than jokes. Millennials, stronger every day, fitter every year. Your comeback starts here. Consistency wins. We just help you show up. Build the body that supports your lifestyle. Fitness that fits your real life. Because adulting is easier when you're strong. Gen X, train for strength, live for life. Take control of your body again. Fit today, stronger tomorrow. Build the energy to keep winning. Your health is your wealth. Invest daily. Strong body, clear mind, better life. Baby boomers, 55 plus. Do you have baby boomers over here? We will tell you, move better, live better. Strength that supports your lifestyle. Yeah? Mwangi is here. Stay active, stay independent. Health that lets you enjoy the years ahead. Keep walking, keep living, keep winning. Age strong, not slow. I mean, this could really sell. Right? Universal slogans for all age groups. Effort creates change. Strong today, stronger tomorrow. Train, transform, repeat. I mean, this would really be good. Where discipline meets results. Because health isn't optional. Movement is medicine. You can see. What if we said, we have a program called Kata Kitambi to help men with kitambis lose it. We want to create a funny message. Let's say we want to generate a good website copy for this program to entice the men to attend this session. Then we hit enter. Let's see what we're able to generate with ChatGPT. Good. Kata Kitambi. Lose the belly, gain back your confidence. The ultimate fat loss program for men in Nairobi who are tired of hiding behind shirts, jackets, and excuses. Location, Kata Mafuta Gym, Westlands. Duration, 6 weeks. Designed for men who want visible changes, not stories. Button, join Kata Kitambi today. Let's be honest. Kitambi haikujai overnight. Okay. It came from late night ugali, stress eating, beers, sitting all day, and nitaanza Monday. But now it's affecting your confidence, your clothes, your energy, and even your health. Kata Kitambi is a program built specifically to reverse all that the right way. What the program does for you? You'll lose belly fat, not just water weight. You'll rebuild strength and energy. You'll fix your routine permanently. You'll feel and look better than you felt in years. This isn't guesswork. It's a structured men-only program designed to burn fat, tighten your midsection, and get you back in control of your body. What is included? All this. You've even been able to generate that. Who is this program for? Men with Kitambi. Men who want to regain confidence, men who want structure, men who have tried and failed alone, men who want real results without extreme dieting. If that sounds like you, Kata hapa. Can see why it works. Because Kata Kitambi focuses on the real reasons men gain belly fat: stress, routine, poor eating, too much sitting, no strength training, age and lifestyle. We don't lecture, we fix the root cause. What men say after joining: testimonials now. My trousers fit again. I feel lighter and younger. I didn't know I could train like this. My wife noticed before I did. Real results, real confidence, real transformation. Kata Kitambi is not a dream, it is a decision. Join the men who said enough is enough and transformed their bodies, energy and mindset. Join Kata Kitambi now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a man, do you think you would join Kata Kitambi? Like for example, for me, I would join Kata Kitambi immediately. Right? What if we wanted to create a program for ladies? We want to create a program for ladies. We say, we can call it, what name can we give it?
Flat tummy.
Flat tummy. Okay. Flat tummy. That's the name. Name of the program. Sorry. you can be able to generate all that with ChatGPT. So let's see. Flat tummy club, tummy tone. Okay. Kata tummy. I think Urembo fit. These are some of the names. Mrembo waistline, tummy twist, kata kitambi. Okay, I think this one we can say kata tummy for ladies. We can say generate. You don't want to use strong words for ladies because of their emotions. You might write something and they'll be pissed off. So you need to tell it to generate a very good copy for the landing page. For example, you want to use it on a website. Use soft words. Words like what? Which are the words that ladies like to be called? Baby girl. Mama. Another one. Jaber. Another one. Which are the words? Ama mnaitangwa majina zenu? Grace.
A girl baby.
A girl. Okay, another one. A girl toto. Another one. Kuna ingine? There's a Mkikuyu guy who used to call women mshipipi. I don't know why they used to call them mshipipi, but generate a very good copy.
Kachungwa.
Oh, Gachungwa. Let's see. Kasichana kangu. Okay, let me try and use this. Let me see. I want to see kata tummy for the girls who want their waist back. Baby girl, it's your time. Where? Okay. Welcome to Kata Tummy, the soft life flat tummy program designed for every mama, jaber, gashungwa, girl toto, and every gorgeous queen who wants to feel lighter, look snatched, and I think even men deserve such words, and walk with that silent confidence. This is your space, your pace, your transformation. Okay? Why Kata Tummy exists? Because sometimes life happens. Stress, hormones, work, late night snacks, skipping workouts, and suddenly the tummy starts saying hello in every outfit. Kata Tummy helps you flatten your tummy, tighten your waistline, feel good in your clothes again, move with ease and softness, return to the version of you that feels beautiful, feminine, and in control. This is not a harsh program. It is gentle, guided, and effective. What you'll get: soft guided workouts, lady-friendly nutrition tips, meal plans designed for real Kenyan queens. No starving, no extremes, just smart eating that supports a snatched waist. Okay. Why Kata Tummy is who Kata Tummy is for? The baby girl who wants to get her waist back. The mama who wants her energy and glow to return. The jaber preparing for events, weddings, and birthdays. The gashungwa who wants to feel soft, fine, and confident. The girl toto stepping into her feminine era. If that's you, Kata Tummy is waiting. What makes Kata Tummy special? Ladies, let me ask you, ladies, would you attend this Kata Tummy special? So far, would you attend? Yes or no? Of course you would. Kata Tummy understands women, the rhythm of your day, your hormonal cycles, your cravings, your energy levels, and the emotional connection you have with your body. We don't shout, we don't shame, we guide. We celebrate softness and strength. We focus on feminine fitness, shaping, toning, and glowing. Where? Testimonials. My clothes feel fit again. I feel like the old me, but better. I didn't know workouts could feel this gentle and still work this fast. My confidence came back before the tummy even finished reducing. I love it here. Final section. Baby girl, your soft transformation is calling. Kata Tummy is not just a program. It is your journey to take, it's your journey back to yourself. Lose the tummy, find your glow, move like the queen you are. Hey! Join Kata Tummy now. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our copywriting classes and generally the end of our AI productivity classes. I hope you've learned something tonight. How many people can apply what you have learned so far? How many people think they can apply that? How many people think they can actually apply that? I believe you can be able to apply that. So, ladies and gentlemen, knowing that today is a Friday, I know most of you probably have plans. We've come to the end of the session. If anyone has a question, you can raise your hand. If you have a question, you can raise your hand. If you have a question, you can raise your hand. Juliana. You can see your hand is up, Juliana. Okay. I don't think. So we are all together, ladies and gentlemen, up to that point. We are all together. So I just want to confirm, are we all together up to that point? Okay. Now, I'll not take much of your time. All I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Today being a Friday, I'll not tell guys to speak, but we'll share a Google form where you'll submit maybe what you learned. You submit like maybe responses on what you actually think about the classes. We'll share that with you. But first of all, I'm very grateful for you just taking in the chance to come and learn. Yeah, I'll share the prompt pack actually. I'll be sharing that with you guys. Yeah, I'll share that with you. I just want to say thank you so much for being part of these classes from Wednesday up to date. All the sessions have been recorded and all the links will be shared with you. In case you have any inquiries, you can always reach out. We really appreciate you for being part of our classes, and I really hope you've learned something that you can get to apply. So today we might not be able to take all the feedback because it's a Friday. We don't want to waste your time, but thank you. Apply what you've learned. Take every single thing that you've seen practically over here to something that you can actually get to do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. May God bless you and continue supporting us. We really appreciate the support. Even you paying has really supported a small team I have. So I really want to appreciate that. We'll prepare a Google form that you're going to share, that we'll share with you so that you can submit maybe what you think about the classes. You can also submit maybe some of the things you'd like for us to improve on. And nonetheless, I just want to appreciate everyone. Thank you. And let me be the first person to wish you Merry Christmas. Let me be the first person to wish you Merry Christmas. We're heading to a Christmas festivities. Good. Okay. Can someone come for practical classes, physical? We haven't done physical classes in a long time, but we'll plan on that. Nonetheless, thank you so much. If there's someone who would like to say something, only one person, and we close it up at that point. You say something, you close for us with a word of prayer. Joelene, go ahead.
Hello, everyone, and hello, Elvis.
Yep.
Thank you so much for the AI bootcamp that we've had since Wednesday. It's been amazing. You've taken your time to prepare and give us your best, and also make it more interesting for us to learn by ourselves and continue being more curious about the emerging technologies and the tools that you're supposed to be using. We appreciate the time and the efforts and the commitment you've taken to, and the genuineness and the kindness to share the knowledge you have with us. May God bless you. Let's pray.
Thank you.
Dear God, we thank you for bringing us together to learn as a team and to learn together. Thank you for everything we've been able to learn. And may you help us and may it help us that we may apply it in whatever we need. May you lead us. And as we depart from here, may you continue blessing us and leading us in everything. Bless Elvis and the team that is supporting him behind the scenes, and continue blessing us all. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Joelene. We really appreciate. Asante sana. I wish you all well and have yourselves all a good night. And we hope to see you in our next sessions, perhaps. We're not very sure which sessions we'll have, but you are all invited. Thank you, everyone, and have yourselves a good night.
Good night.